Hi guys, this is your streamer Carlos. On today's video, I'm gonna give you my review of WWE Elimination Chamber 2026. Man, the road to WrestleMania is so wonderful. Well, it just got even crazier. This year, I think it's the craziest we have ever seen. Perhaps at least for the past 3 years. First of all, guys, how are you? Second, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you taste it? Can you taste the taste of the sphere, the smell of the sphere theater in Las Vegas, because WrestleMania is coming to Las Vegas for the second year in a row. But before we get there, we have to go through Chicago and the Elimination Chamber, guys. Now I'm going to start backwards. First of all, let's start off with Philip Jackson Punk. Philip Jack Punk, and of course Finn Balor versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. I love this match. It was gritty, it was intense, and for the first time in a long time, there was blood, right? There was blood with Chad Patton not putting gloves on, and I love that. But let's go into the match itself. The match was great. Finn almost had it. He did a dynamite drop kick, or a double drop kick, like they used to say, onto the deep dish local hero, which is CM Punk, and he almost had it. Finn almost had it, but CM Punk did covered Finn Balor with the deep dish 1, 2, 3, and with that, guys, we now can fully confirm that we will see in 48 days and 48 days / nights, CM Punk, a true show up champion, that really defends the World Heavyweight Champion like a champion should, against the original tribal chief, or the original Samoan crybaby, the original Samoan crybaby, Roman. I'm not a full-time wrestler anymore. I'm not a full-time wrestler because I want to turn bald. Either turn bald myself by nature, or shave my head and become a lazy actor, become a superstar in Hollywood, and perhaps end up with bad movie premieres, just like my cousin, aka The Rock, the final boss. People, no, Roman, don't be good. No, you're becoming your cousin. You're becoming your cousin. You're doing it the wrong way. John Cena did it the right way. He said he said, guys, I'm going to retire. He gave it his all. He didn't go to Hollywood in his prime. Unlike your cousin, The Rock. And I hope that CM Punk scalps your soul with a pizza peel, with a Chicago deep dish pizza peel at WrestleMania. Because if he doesn't, we're going to suffer through a Samoan crybaby fest, and we're not going to see the World Heavyweight Championship defended by you like it should be. Or I should suggest to another bald man that I respect, and has the guts to stand up to you, Adam Pearce. If Roman Reigns wins at WrestleMania, please, if he is going to run off to Hollywood and not defend the World Heavyweight Championship consistently, make it happen. Bring back the 30-day rule, the 30-day defending policy like we used to have back in the day. But with that, guys, we can now officially confirm that in Sin City we're going to see two people that have sinned for us, meaning two superstars putting their cards on the line, and to the dealer, and who will come out on top, either Crybaby, the ultimate Samoan tribal original tribal Crybaby, and a bad example of a champion, a defending champion, or the saint of the second city, meaning CM Punk. Now let's go to Becky Lynch, or Rebecca Quinn Lopez Lynch against April Mendez Lee. So this match is special to me. This match was special to me, not only because AJ went one-on-one against Becky Lynch, but because Becky was in sort of the kind of uniform, sort of paying homage or paying tribute to the Metro, which is the Wanwan Traffic Police. And yes, she almost had a full uniform of the Metro, or in Spanish, La Metra. She was just missing white in her ring attire. She had her black ring attire, her black jacket, almost kind of jacket, full jacket, and she had a yellow highlighter line across across it. But she was missing just one part. She was almost there. She was almost there, guys. She was almost there. She could, if she had added a little bit of white or just kept the, highlighted yellow line and go full on white, we could have had la metra version of Rebecca Quinn Lynch, or better known as Becky Lynch, or Rebecca Quinn Kobe Lopez Lynch, or better known as Becky Lynch. But anyway, AJ Lee showed up and she won. She didn't show any rust. And by the way, she didn't show any rust in her first one-on-one match in a decade. So she didn't show any dust in her moves. She made Becky La Metra Lynch tap out fair and square. But the question is, I believe that Jessica Carr didn't have anything to do with Becky losing the Women's Intercontinental Champion, but I bet you 100 gajillion Gonzalez, which is our money currency name that we use in Guatemala, that Becky Metra or unmetra Becky Lynch is going to cry about it, and we might see, and this is my prediction, we might see a Becky Lynch versus referee Jessica Carr. But here's the interesting part. There's a rumor going on that Jessica Carr doesn't want to be a referee anymore. She wants to be in action. So WrestleMania is the perfect spot. It's the perfect place to make your debut as a part of the WWE, not in a referee capacity, but a butt kicking, a face kicking of Rebecca Quinn unmetra Lynch's face. So with that, guys, we have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion in AJ Lee, and crazy in a good way, AJ Lee. Now let's go to the men's Elimination Chamber match. Now, guys, let's get into the implications. Whoever would win the men's Elimination Chamber match would face the wannabe William Wallace, and not a tough guy at all to wear a skirt, meaning a Celt, Drew Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River, Drew McIntyre. So the match was set. It was Logan Paul in the place, replacing Jey Uso, Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, whoop that Trick Williams, and of course LA Knight. Oh yeah. LA Knight, yeah. And of course, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and of course, our favorite snake, our favorite Cobra / Snake, Super Snake, Randy Orton. And man, was it a doozy? First of all, Logan freaking Paul. I hate the dude. I want to rip his blonde hair soul. But thankfully, someone else did rip out his blonde-headed soul. Blonde-headed soul, Cleveland Heights, Ohio soul from his body. But I have to give the man that gives YouTube a bad name, a bad rap, a bad name overall, some credit. He was an opportunist, not like Edge. Adam Copeland, who's working for that curly-haired wannabe Eric Bischoff, wannabe WCW of a company, AEW, which again is a wannabe promotion, in my opinion, of WCW. Let's look at the facts. They have stolen Edge, or Adam Copeland, his real name, Tommaso Ciampa. I don't blame Tommaso for moving to the wannabe WCW, because Triple H didn't use them. Didn't know the value of the bald-headed psychopath. But tragically for Tommaso, I feel like the curly-haired wannabe Eric Bischoff, or the wannabe WCW promotion, in my opinion, guys, won't use him at all. Or uses psychopathic tendencies to their advantage. But who knows? But anyway, Logan freaking won. Mr. Blondie, unlegally blonde, he was the opportunist. He's not Edge. And he took out Mr. Bouncy, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and of course LA Knight, all by rule in the elimination chamber. According to Michael Cole, it was one of the greatest. It's one of the almost greatest things that he has. Almost to the finish, and almost making it into WrestleMania by upsetting the predictors of who would win the Elimination Chamber. But thankfully, guys, we got rid of that night. We got rid of that nightmare of seeing Logan Paul headline Logan Paul being one of the main attractions at WrestleMania. That's just sick. That's just that just that is just that is just disgusting in so many ways. That's like putting Cincinnati chili. That's like putting Cincinnati chili, which is good, on a flip flop, and putting durian together, which is a Singaporean fruit that has a very pungent and nasty aroma in a dish together. But thankfully, we were saved from going through. We were saved by the masked man. The masked man that has been the constant constipation of the vision. And it turns out to be that the masked man, the real masked man, was the architect, was the builder of original constipation with of course the new constipation itself, the vision. And of course that architect is Seth freaking Rollins. And by the way, yes, and Paul Heyman had his own constipation moment, but when he said, "Oh my God," and then he got stuck, his backside got stuck. I'm guessing when he said, "Oh my God," and he froze, and he said, "Oh my God, oh my God, and oh my God," and then a big fart came out of his backside, and tragically all of Philadelphia felt his shock of a fart, and ECW went down the tube again. And I hope that tomorrow we will see Paulie dangerously pee his pants, or have a panic attack of epic proportions, because Becky said to Paul, "My husband doesn't forget, so be careful when he comes back." And Paul Heyman, Paulie, I suggest you hide your bagels. You hide your walrus uncool bagel of yourself, untasty bagels of yourself, and take care of Austin. Shave my head for nothing. Unbalded head for nothing, because I'm not the salsa necking dog face gremlin, junior dope of Braun Breaker, and of course the man that gives YouTube a bad name, Logan freaking Paul. But at the end of the match, we got what we wanted. At least from my point of view, what we got, what should have happened a long time ago. Triple H finally got smart and said, "Let's make it happen." Randy Orton won the Elimination Chamber, but He won it by himself, but with a little caveat, with a little bit of flavoring of the wannabe William Wallace, Drew McIntyre. Yes, because he got in, because the wannabe William Wallace, Braveheart, the wannabe Braveheart, Drew McIntyre, got inside the Elimination Chamber because he didn't want to see his tormentor, and Crush, and boy band Crush, and deep-seated Scarlet Letter of Cody Rhodes not beating him or not seeing him at WrestleMania or not meeting him at WrestleMania for the WWE Undisputed Championship, and of course Randy Orton, by the rules of the Elimination Chamber, he won fair and square by giving his former pupil and former Legacy team member, or faction member, I should say, the most dangerous and poisonous three-letter word, RKO. So with that, guys, we have Randy Orton punching his ticket to Las Vegas and facing Drew McIntyre. But wait, there's more. Nick Aldis, Nick British, hot as a British tea, hot as the UK spicy, UK curry spicy jalapeno tea, said, and he has said this many times to Drew, do not get involved in any type of match that doesn't concern you. That does concern you, but indirectly. That does concern you directly, but not physically. And that's exactly what happened. And now we know that on this upcoming Friday, we will have the match that Cody Rhodes has been waiting for since losing his WWE Undisputed Championship, WWE Undisputed Championship against versus the wannabe William Wallace of Drew, Cry Me a River, Cry Me a Justin Timberlake River, McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Championship, and that will determine if Randy Orton goes to WrestleMania and faces Drew, wannabe William Wallace, wannabe Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River, William Wallace, William Wallace, wannabe Braveheart McIntyre, or the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And my friends of Portland, Oregon, you're going to see a doozy. But I have another prediction, a future prediction that might come true. Again, Nick Aldis was getting all the curry anger out of his system in the Elimination Chamber post-show or after-show. But I believe that, and I hope this comes true in the next 47 days, which is tomorrow, until WrestleMania, that we will see Nick Aldis finally be, or finally get into action in a WWE ring against, guess who? McIntyre! Drew McIntyre. So with that being said, guys, now we can almost confirm, we have one half confirmed, one and a half confirmed that Randy Orton will certainly be at WrestleMania. But the question is, who is going to be with Randy Orton at WrestleMania? Who is he going to RKO at WrestleMania? Either Drew or his former pupil and Legacilian member of Legacy, Cody Rhodes. Now let's go to the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Man, and it was so great. It was so good. It was so good. But in the end of the day, in the end of the match, Mommy freaking Rita Ripley won the Elimination Chamber match. Won the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And with that being said, we have now confirmed that it's going to be Mommy freaking Ripley versus the Silver Thunderstorm of Jade Cargill for her Women's World Heavyweight, for her WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Man, Raquel Rodriguez had herself a match, but again, she was this close by a taco, by a salsa, by a nacho of going to WrestleMania and facing Jade Cargill. But no, Mommy did it, and I'm happy. But you have to feel bad for Raquel. And another who impressed me in the match, besides Raquel, was Kiana James. Kiana James, even though she got powered bulldog by powered bulldog, power slam bulldog and British tea and elegant British tea fashion by Raquel. She did pretty good. She did pretty good as new blood into the mix. And I hope that Katana James has a wonderful first road to WrestleMania. Continues on that path, because she can go places after the match that she had. So with that, and of course, Alexa almost won the Elimination Chamber herself, but the Smurf blue spit that came out of Asuka's mouth blinded poor Alexa Bliss. But again, thankfully for Alexa, Asuka got a big Texas-sized powerbomb given to her by Raquel Rodriguez. But at the end of the day, guys, Mommy Ripley is going to WrestleMania and face Jade Cargill for her WWE Women's Championship. And with that, guys, this is how this wonderful deep dish of an elimination chamber PLE or pay-per-view ended. So with that, guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to expand your time here on my channel and want to keep yourself up to date too for my videos, just like I did just now for the elimination chamber. Please don't doubt and subscribe until see you in 47 days. See you in 47 days, guys, for WrestleMania 43. Point of order, guys. If you see WWE ELC, I mean Elimination Chamber. So with that being said, guys, until see you in 46 days. Bye.